Well, we've been keeping tabs on the data on this pandemic as it's been going on, where we've come from, where we may be going. And let's just have a look at what some of those numbers are telling us. We get those latest death figures from the Office for National Statistics. And here's how they look. This shows you all the way back to the early part of the pandemic. The number of deaths, they rose very sharply, then fell down in the summer, and then rose again in that second wave. And what you can probably just about make out, let me add a line so you can see it, is that where we are at the moment in the second wave, we haven't quite exceeded the peaks in terms of daily deaths that we had in the first wave. And that might well be, we might now have passed the peak in this wave. But what matters is the area beneath those lines. That's the sheer total of people, the death toll in each of these waves. And if we compare the two, so you take that first wave over there, that runs from March to August, more or less, last year. Then you've got the second wave, September to now. And you just take them and count all of the deaths that we've had in each of those waves. Well, here's where we are. You can see that in this wave we're in at the moment, it's about 59,700. In the first wave, 57,700. So it's about 2,000 more in this wave. The second wave has a higher death toll already than the first wave. But I mentioned we may have some good news, which is that we might now be past the peak. Why do we think that? Well, if you have a look at this, and again, this is just the number of deaths, daily deaths that we're seeing from that ONS series, and you compare it to cases, so the number of positive tests for COVID-19. The two are quite correlated. I've moved deaths a little bit forward so that you can see the two are in line with each other, and they're on different axes, but the key thing is the shape. When cases go up, deaths tend to go up. When cases go down, deaths often go down quite soon afterwards. And look at what's happened with cases. They've come down very sharply in the last few weeks. That suggests that maybe we're now past the peak for deaths and they're going to come down. The bad news, though, is that there may well be more bad news, more deaths for a while, even if this fall in cases does continue.